Hi, welcome to my Truth 101 series. Um, One of my favorite movies of all time. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Do you want to take the red pill or the blue pill? Let's go down the rabbit hole, shall we? The first thing we're going to talk about today is the nature of God. The nature of God. I hate to even use that word, God, because it's a hidden deception. If you're going by the word God in the Old Testament, Jehovah, that is, he did not make all of creation. He did not create the world in 7 days. That is a lie, a deception. The true creator is not something that can be termed with a noun. It is not a he, she, it, anything in that particular scope of it. The creator came into existence with a thought, and that thought rippled out, and then as it rippled out, much like a stone skipping on a lake, for example, ripples of energy, ripples of frequency, ripples of frequency. I, I am so sorry, senior moment there. Um, and it ripples out and creates fractals within fractals within fractals. And the expanse is something that you absolutely cannot fathom. You can't. Uh, you are one tiny little speck in all of creation. You cannot encompass the creator, the divine, in a single word, God, G-O-D. It's impossible because it is a wave. It is a movement. It is a living, breathing, moving existence. And we are all a part of it. We are all a part of God. We are God. We think, therefore we are. And there is no way that that God can be that the creator can be turned into a God, into a he or a she or an it. It's not some old man with a long white beard. It is impossible to do that. If you're going to talk about God in that term, like as in Jehovah from the Old Testament, then you're talking about an alien who came here and um, uh, subverted everything. And that is a whole different subject for a whole different video. But for right now, just know that uh, the divine creator is not some tangible thing that you can hold, because it is the very force, the very fabric of the ether, the very fabric of the universe and of all creation itself. One of the most brilliant men that in recent times was Einstein. And even he said that when he was asked once how it felt to be the smartest person alive, he said that he didn't know, you needed to ask Tesla. Nikola Tesla, I do believe, was one of the most brilliant people of all time. And he said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So that is the creator. It is energy, frequency, and vibration. And you cannot determine that with the word God. It's impossible to do. It's just, there's no way to get around it. So, what we need to do is start thinking of every living being as being all part of creation, of being connected. And even though, as Tesla said, It seems that we are only affected by our immediate surroundings. We're not, because just like the skipping stones on the lake, everything you touch ripples out. Everything you think ripples out. Everything you imagine ripples out. And you have so much more power to create your reality than you think possible. And this is the true nature of the divine. And this is uh, what you should be concentrating on, which means, in effect, that you don't need to pray to some fake foreign alien God, because they're not going to help you. You yourself are God. Let that sink in for just a moment. You yourself are God. You are a part of creation. You are a part of the Creator. You yourself are creation. You yourself are Creator. We are co-creators. Let that sink in. That means that you can alter your reality. If things are really, really bad for you, if you're having a problem with anything in life, like this picture, there are dark areas and there are bright areas. And if you're in a dark area, you can change that into a bright area. You can raise your frequency. You can raise your vibration. You can raise your thoughts. Instead of praying, oh God, please help me get out of this mess, you really should be meditating. Even if it's only 10 minutes a day. Be silent for 10 minutes and get to know yourself. Get to know yourself on the inside. Get to know the wondrous creation all around you. Realize within that 10 minutes that you are connected to that tree over there. That you are connected to your neighbor, whether you know them or not. And then you will start to raise your vibration, and you will start to change. I know it's easier said than done, but the fact of the matter is that you can change your area. The universe does not punish you, and it does not bless you. It simply responds to your vibrational attitude, to your vibrational thoughts, to your vibrational feelings. One of my pet peeves is when people say things like, especially after a big disaster, they'll say things like, how could God let this happen? How could God do this? Well, the Creator doesn't. That's the thing. The Creator does not. Everything in life is two-edged, light, dark. And what you put out there is what you get back. The pendulum on a clock does not just swing one way and stay there. It swings back and forth. The very nature of a wave is such that it goes back and forth like that. Okay, that's just the nature of creation. That's just the way creation was created. And it's got nothing to do with God punishing you. It's got nothing to do with the universe. I've heard people say, oh, that person is blessed by God. They have such good things going on in their lives. No, that is the vibrational frequency that they are putting out. And that is what the universe returns to them. That is a hard concept for some people to understand, that is even possible. But that is the way life is. So take 10 minutes a day. If that's the only time you can spend in the beginning is 10 minutes. Please, 10 minutes. Think of nothing. Put your phone down. Take 10 minutes out of your busy day and just be silent. Concentrate on your breathing. and get to know yourself. Because when you do that, you will understand slowly, eventually. And eventually, if you could raise your meditation time to 20 minutes, half hour, you would be so much better off. Don't pray to some fake alien God, oh God, please help me. No, there is no help. There is no, well, okay, that's not truly correct, because there are, just as there are millions of fractals in creation, there are different vibrations, there are different densities, there are different frequencies, there are different dimensions, as some people call them. That also means that there are different entities that also exist in creation that we don't see or we are not aware of. One reason being because they are in a different density or they are on a different vibrational frequency, because everything in this universe has its own frequency. You have your own frequency. I have my own frequency. The planet Earth has its own frequency. Mars has its own frequency, and so on and so forth. Okay? So there are entities out there that can help you. Call them guardian angels, call them spirit guides, call them higher dimensional beings, whatever you want to call them. If you call out to them, they can help you with your task of raising your vibrational frequencies, raising your awareness, raising your consciousness. If you can raise your consciousness and your awareness, you will take the blinders off and you will see how much is possible in this world. If you change your emotional frequency, your feelings frequency, then you will notice that things are coming back to you at a quicker pace than what they would have been had you not. The universe wants to answer you. It wants to answer you, and it's going to do so in the manner that you put out there. So remember that you are related to everything. You are not alone. There is no way that you have ever been alone. Your entire life, you are not alone. You are connected. You are connected to the neighbor. You're connected to your parents. You're connected to your siblings. You're connected to your friends. You're connected to the flowers. You're connected to the tree. You're connected to the earth. You're connected to the sun, and so forth and so on. It's all part of that fractal business. Okay? So realize that you are your own creator. Realize that you are your own potential. And don't look outside of yourself for a solution to your problem. You can ask your guides for some help. You can ask your guardian angels for some help. But in the long run, when it comes down to it, it's going to have to come from you. And it can't come from you if you do not raise your consciousness, raise your frequency, raise your knowledge. I did not come by this just all of a sudden one day said, oh, poof. No. I started out, my very first memory was when I was 8 months old. And I had just learned how to walk. And I burned the bottom of my feet on a floor vent where heat came out of the floor. And then I refused to walk again for a couple of months. But from 8 months on, I have memories. And I remember from my very early childhood, 2, 3, 4 years old, thinking this place is not right. I don't understand how this works. This is not the way things should be. Why is there so much anger? And even to this day, after countless Bible studies, after countless searches for the right religion, after countless searches for the truth, I still know that as much as I know now, I only know the tip of the iceberg. And I have so much more awareness and so much more growing. I do know that I am outside of the matrix, and I am going to stay there. I'm not going back into the matrix. No way, no how. But these are things that you need to learn on your own pace. You need to awaken your consciousness, and it needs to be on your own pace, your own terms, your own timing. Every soul has its own journey. I've been on a very long journey from the time I was 8 months old. And I am first now coming into some of these knowledges. Some of them I've known my entire life. Some of them I learned through all the studying. Some of them I had just recently because I had a huge download of information that came to me, and that is what prompted me to start making these videos. Because I knew I had to share the information for anybody else that is searching. So don't worry if it takes you a long time. Don't worry if it doesn't occur overnight. It's not supposed to occur overnight. You are supposed to become aware on your own pace. And I can tell you that the first truth that you need to learn is that there is no God the way we see him. God, Jehovah, Muhammad. No, Muhammad is not considered a god, but in any case, no, these were aliens that came and subverted mankind. And the only thing you really truly need to worship is the divine creator, the one. Actually, I would recommend you look into the law of one. It is very profound and life-altering. And then you would get to understand a little better. So the nature of God is that there is no God. There is the divine creator. And the divine creator is all-encompassing. And we are all connected to it. And we are all one huge network of energy, vibration, and frequency. Even scientists are beginning to understand on the atomic level and on the quantum level that we are frequency and vibration. And everything is a wave. It's a wave of frequency, energy, vibration. And that is the divine. That is what gives us life. That is what gives us experience. So that is the nature of the divine. And I hope it was informative for you. And if it resonated with you, terrific. If you liked this video and you thought that it was informative, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to know more Truth 101 subjects, then subscribe, because I will be making more videos on truth. And we're down in the gritty. We're down in the nitty gritty, down the rabbit hole. And this is where the rubber is going to meet the road. So have a really blessed day. Please take 10 minutes out of your day and be silent and meditate. And listen to your breathing and get to know yourself. When you do, you will know God. Because you are God. You are a part of the Creator. You are the divine. Treat yourself with reverence. Thanks. Have a great day.